interested?
Not really. I'm just making sure you're not trying to invite your army of demonic tentacle monsters over for a party or something.
I tried to make me go to hide. Look at me, start talking to me now. Be quiet, you Rangers.
Can we please have a little bit of trust at this point? I mean, of all the places in this expansive galaxy, this isn't the most comfortable location for me to be in. Besides, I'm not Fulgrim.
So you're telling me that succulent food, a luxurious atmosphere, and an actual bed are less comfortable than the realm that is literally a collective seizure?
If you had more mental capacity than a box of Grox manure, maybe you too would appreciate its own unique majesty.
This assumes that I'm insane enough to want to. Nevertheless, you just being here is a sign of trust in my lord, is it not?
Perhaps. Crazy. Damn skeleton. Why are you still here?
Well, okay, tell me. What are you actually doing? Don't mistake my question for curiosity, I'm mostly just concerned.
Research, observation, experimentation, calming my nerves, listening to the whispers of the warp, passing the time of day, and so on. Albeit it's pretty damn hard to get a good focus in this place, with Father around. Finding any warp traffic to spy on, which isn't tinted gold and full of pent-up frustration, is like trying to remove a demonic incursion from your rectum.
No, I left my heresy detector in my chambers, but I can hear it going on from here.
Ow! Ow! Stop that!
Stop what?
Stop dazzling me with your ignorance! Your shiny, half-baked head is burning through my retina like an acid made of stupid— Ah! Seriously, though, have you still not got that this heresy expression you speak of is just your Imperium's excuse to put a giant bolt into the head of anyone who goes against you? The Imperium is like a child in a "my dad is better than your dad" argument that received the right to kill anyone that attempts to argue back, you witless dildodes.
Well, if you didn't make everything so, I don't know, diabolical, creepy, and straight up evil, maybe you wouldn't be such easy targets for both propaganda and a bolt shell to the forehead. I mean, you're not doing yourselves any favours by wearing the skin of your enemies, for example.
For your information, I have never worn the skin of my enemies. Do I look like a Necron Flayer to you?
To be fair, the Necrons and your Thousand Sons do have pretty similar motives nowadays.
Yes, we've already sent the cease and desist order. They're just being ferocious plasteel dicks about it.
Regardless, you still look like you woke up on the wrong side of the Eye of Terror.
I do see where you're coming from. All the decapitated heads and giant spikes do make it look like we're compensating for one thing or another. Like lack of decent parents. But to be fair, given your Imperium's alarming obsession with skulls, I'd say you have some issues of your own. Nevertheless, did you only come here to watch over my shoulder, or did you have some other reason?
Well, I actually wanted to ask you something.
Well, go ahead. Might break the monotony.
I've been wondering. I've served my Emperor for somewhere around 11,000 years or so. I don't really keep track anymore. And even though he's my, our father, I don't actually know all that much about him besides from what I've seen with my own eyes.
Isn't that enough?
Of course it is. After fighting this side and hearing his dreams for humanity, no sane man could not appreciate his majesty, wisdom, and might.
Indirectly calling me insane now.
Truly, he is the one and only worthy leader of mankind. But where did he come from? Did he have parents, or did he just, I don't know, crawl out of a gold deposit? Not that's a bad thing, of course. I'm sure it was the most glorious deposit in the world.
Oh, hungering for some crisp, luscious knowledge, are we? How fascinating. I thought you companions were especially trained to act as completely uninteresting impersonal automatons.
Well, truth be told, I think as time has gone by, most of us have either gone a bit into the cuckoo's nest or have managed to retain some, form of rationality. Actually, under one exception, everyone has completely lost their mind.
Hey, kitten! Want to go take a swim in the Promethean pools with us?
No.
Hey, be that way!
As I was saying, I'd still follow the Emperor right into the Eye of Terror if he commanded it. I live for him, I follow his every word, and I never defy him, and I would happily give my life for him. But, well, there's the thing. I'd happily give my life for him.
Implying that you can actually be happy. Which also implies the fact that you have thoughts and feelings of your own, which subsequently implies you aren't an incredibly stale person whose personal interest can be summed in the words, standing around.
I guess that's part of the reason why I was elected to the position of Captain General. After millennia of isolation and your occasional murdering of demons trying to creep in, I'm the one and only companion who's not batshit insane.
And I suppose that's also part of the reason why you're still wearing your armor after all this time.
Yeah! Or, well, not all this time.
Oh?
I went through a phase. Can't say I'm particularly proud of it. Those loincloths really don't leave much to the imagination, you know. Way they rude. I swear I could taste the floss.
Anyway, as you were asking...
Ah, yes. The subject. Okay, I know he's been around pretty much as long as humanity has, and that he has gracefully guided us through all of that, but... Did he make humanity in his image, or is he simply the guardian of our species? And if he made us, what made him? And if he didn't make us, what made us?
Ah, the oldest question in human history. What are our origins? Sadly, I'm of little help to you in that field. Been too busy comprehending the Materium and superhero comics.
Really? Didn't the Emperor tell you himself? And if he didn't, don't you have some old archaic book about it or something?
Actually, he never told me much about his own past or humanity's origins. Perhaps he didn't want us to know, since he's always been so exasperatingly introverted about things like teaching. That, or it's because I never really asked. May have been the latter, all things considered. And no, I don't have an old book lying about that specifically tells us where we all came from. Only my neurotic brother Lorgar would have the talent to write a fictive suicide of that caliber. Besides, even if I had a book like that, all the exciting demon tomes with screaming faces and beware signs lying about would probably just make it look severely unappealing in comparison.
Gah, I suspected as much. And I've looked through all the tomes and slates in the palace's libraries, all the data storage and archives of ancient texts and journals. I've even looked through albums of travel photos for Terra's sake, but I couldn't find anything about the time before the Emperor conquered Terra during the Age of Strife.
If you are that curious, why not just ask Father himself?
Yeah, I don't know. Multiple reasons. His mind is so splintered that remembering such ancient knowledge might make him fling his skull across the room like a bowling ball. That, and I'm much unsure if he'd actually want to tell me. I mean, if he never told you, why would he tell me?
Well, he does seem to like you, despite him being grumpiness incarnate. He relies on you to listen to his boundless complaints and to inform him about, to quote, stupid shit. I'd even say he trusts you. He certainly trusts you more than he trusts me or any of his other sons for that matter. Actually, are you sure you're not his wife or something?
No, of course not, but... Wait. Really? You think so?
Indeed, stepmother.
First of all, quiet you. Second of all, I think you might be right.
I'm really wrong.
So I might just go and ask him then.
You do that.
Actually, don't you want to come too?
Nah, I'm gonna practice for that talent show that I heard is coming up next Thursday. You say they're batshit insane, but your fellow companions do seem to know how to have a good time.
Unless you want soggy hair and stay down for a week, I would highly recommend you drop that.
Why should I... Oh.